Good morning. You know, the PCR test. If you complained about this for more than a year now, you were a bad person, right? But now apparently they don't want to use it anymore. I don't know what happened. There was this CDC, the health agency in the United States. They are withdrawing their request to use the PCR test. I don't know what happened. So from the beginning of next year, they don't want to use the test. Well, I don't know much about this test. I know it's very, very good. You know, I didn't do it myself, but it's like almost too good. It finds the flu in almost everything. Yeah. Passion fruits, for instance. Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know if this is true. They tested the passion fruit and it was positive. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yesterday, one of my videos was removed from YouTube, and I got a warning from YouTube. Yeah. And I remember this video. I did it on the 19th of July, and I talked about this new shot. They were working on this new shot, right? And this was the thing. They wanted to inject the needle in the arm, and at the same time, they wanted to give this area an electric shock, right? That's what I talked about. The electric shock was to make sure that the cells accepted the stuff in the needle, you see. So that's what I talked about, and YouTube, they didn't like it. They said it was medical misinformation. Yeah. And it made me curious because I knew the source. I knew where I found this story, you see. It was from Swedish public service news, state-funded, tax-funded media, you see. That's where I found the story. There was this long article about this. Yeah. And that's what they said in the article, right? Exactly what I said, you see. So I suppose these guys in public service news, they deal with medical misinformation. Yeah, you have to check your sources, right? You know, I understand YouTube. I don't care about YouTube, but I sort of understand why they are dealing with silencing certain things. Yeah. You know, because it always worked, didn't it? You know, censorship. Silencing people. There was always a positive result, wasn't it? Just look at history. Yeah. Well, and it sort of gives us the clue on where this is going, right? Because you have censorship, and after a while you have force. Yes. The governments, the rulers, they will start to use force. Starts with censorship, and if you just wait a little longer, they will start to use force. Yeah. So it gives us an idea where this is going. Yeah. Huge protests this last weekend, massive, and you know, now we are reaching very high numbers. We're not talking hundreds of thousands of people, right? Not thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, even millions of people protesting. And I think media, it's harder for them now to ignore it. They have been ignoring it for a long time, but now they sort of don't. I was watching the protests in London, in France, and in Australia. Yeah. And you know, here in Sweden they reported on it. They said hundreds of thousands of people are protesting, but at the same time they wanted to ridicule the people who were protesting, which is funny, I think. You know, they say hundreds of thousands of people protesting, and they are stupid. You see? Yeah. I don't know how media in England is dealing with this now. I didn't check. Right. Are they still ignoring these enormous protests in London? I don't know. Fantastic protests. in London. And I was very happy to see all these people in Australia protesting. I suppose you had enough now. Yeah? You don't want another lockdown, do you? Yeah. And then France. Amazing protests in France. I heard this story. I don't know if it's true. I hope it's true. There was in one town, the city of Chambéry. They stormed the town hall, and then there was this portrait of Macron in the town hall, you see, this very nice portrait. They tore it down and tore it up. I didn't see this happening actually, but that's what I heard. And there was a comment from Macron. You know, in France they are protesting that the government is trying to make the shot mandatory, and the passports, that's what they don't like in France. And there was this comment from Macron. He said, those people who refuse to take the shot, this is not about freedom, he says. He said it was irresponsibility, that's what he said. You know, Macron, I think you have to explain this. This is very hard to understand, why this is not about freedom. You have to explain it better, you see, because I think people believe that this is about freedom. Yeah. You know, you have this shot, this jab, right? And people don't, those people who don't want it, they want to be able to say no to it. And I'm pretty sure about this. They think this is about freedom. Yeah. So you have to do better, Macron, if you want to convince them that this is about irresponsibility. Yeah. Right. Finally, I want to say this. I will be on a live broadcast tomorrow. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be in Swedish, yeah, because these guys are Swedish and we will speak Swedish. It will be on the channel Swexit TV at 11 a.m. tomorrow, Tuesday, Central European time. Yeah. And these guys, they are Christer and Kalle. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Right. But I will make my regular video tomorrow morning as well. Yeah. Be good. Bye.